Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Biafrans, wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom, wherever you are watching me from this morning, this afternoon, this evening. My name is Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi Nnamdi is a Biafran of the Igbo extraction. I am the PA to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for proper introduction. For those of you who do not understand what we do on this platform is known as Aside Hot Biafra Television. And on this platform, as it is hot, that is how we say it. For those of you that are watching us on YouTube live, those of you that are watching us on Instagram live, those of you that are watching us on Aside Hot Biafra Television live, and those of you that are watching us on Aside Hot Biafra Television live, which is the mother of the whole station that I made mention. I am simulcasting live and direct from all the aforementioned platforms this morning, this afternoon, this evening, as the case may be, depending on your location. And today's broadcast is going to be something else because I have come to do the needful. As I have waited for Uche Okafor Mefor, today makes it the 6th day of my last broadcast, where I told Uche Mefor that I am waiting patiently. I first gave him 2 days, but later I changed it to 1 week because I wanted to give him enough time to respond to the broadcast I made for him 6 days ago. And at the end of the day, instead of him responding to the broadcast I made for him, instead of him to answering the questions, the pertinent questions that I asked him, he went and dig up a broadcast he made where he tagged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a supreme liar, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting while he keep doing rubbish, removing our signals from the feed. So he brought that out and they start doing rubbish, narrating nonsense, explaining nonsense, tagging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu what he is not. Therefore, I saw it as part of his response to the question I asked him. But he have not answered the real question, the main question that I asked him. And I'm not gonna wait for too long for him to come and answer me all the questions, because from what I'm seeing, he is not gonna answer those questions because he doesn't have any answer to those questions, because and everything I talked about in that particular program, we are all correct, accurately correct. Yes, I promised that if he fails to come online to respond to me in regards to the questions I ask him, that I will come on to begin to expose things that people must know about him. And I'm going to do it serially. I'm going to do it stage by stage, I'm going to do it nwayo until Uche Okafor Mefor goes back to his shell and hide completely without mentioning the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you are joining me for the first time, my name is Mazi Nnamdi Biafra Nkembo na Biafra eze nwe fana niile. Ikpe mala eziokwu aka azụ dị Mazi Ose Ọjị na-adịghị ejiji fere. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a supreme leader of indigenous people of Biafra. And I want to appreciate those of you who always share my program, who always come on time to make sure that this program is shared. But the truth is that the message that this particular platform is pushing out to the world is one of the most authentic messages in this struggle, one of them. Every information you're getting from this platform is authentic. We don't sell propaganda here, neither do we sell lies here. I, Mazi Nnamdi always make sure that every information I'm pushing to the world is correct and accurate. That is why I do throw challenge. Can pastor today? I do place challenge to whoever I am running exposition on his head. And that challenge will be, if you think that what I'm saying is not truth, I challenge you to do this so that I will do that. And all the people that have challenged, some people were crying that their life is in danger just because I tell them to show their face. I challenged somebody to do a live video and say that I'm lying against him. The small boy started crying that his life is in danger. This struggle. So I look at that small boy, I put him in the basket, in the West bin, you understand? Then I focus on big masquerade, them. Those that think that they are big, those are the people that are very important, because all these mushroom attack puppies, they are not important. So if I can run program on Uche Mefor, the former deputy of Indigenous people of Biafra, and have fact and figures on him, who are you that I cannot talk about you? It's too small. So if I choose not to talk about you, maybe you lied against me or you post something against me, bring your own narrative to sell to the public. It's not when you do it that I come for you. I wait for it to sink into the mindset of the people that you sent it to. I want for people to do the analysis. Those that will believe will believe. Those that will not believe will not believe. Before I will come to him to destroy them. I don't want to mix any of my exposition with anything that the enemy have said against me. I allowed the enemy to sell their market finish before I come to spoil it with facts and figures, with truth. Therefore, I want to appreciate those of you that always share my program, those of you that always come online on time to make sure that this program is shared extensively. So today, it is very, very important that I tell you people who Uche Mefor is, and I'm going to show you people some things that back up my last broadcast. You see, in this struggle, some of you don't know that there are people that has the ego eyes. There are people that has the ego eyes. They see beyond your imagination. They are privy to information. And that is why some people are not contented with me. That is why some people are not comfortable with me. Because they know that I know what they know and I know what they don't know. So today, the man you are looking at here is Uche Mefor. Uche Okafor Mefor. Uche Okafor Mefor is from Abatete. Somebody somewhere is telling me to stop. Somebody is writing that I should stop adding Abatete. Enya, are you from Abatete? Abatete people are good people. That Uche Mefor is from Abatete. So adding his name to this program is not denting the image of the people of Abatete, because I have never condemned that community called Abatete. I'm only mentioning Uche Mefor, where he come from, just as people are saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is from Ibeku Maya. For your information, I didn't mention it in bad faith, because this person said, please stop adding Abatete to that nigger name. You are demonizing that town. People outside Abatete will now think that Abatete is a home for betrayers. Please stop it. Abatete is a blessed town, home of truthful and honest men. Call Uche Mefor out and don't add Abatete. Uche Mefor already knew what I'm capable of doing. My brother Chukwu Ebuka, I am not demonizing the name of Abatete people. That one single individual from Abatete is a saboteur does not mean that all the people from Abatete are saboteurs. Emmanuel Ifajuna is from a particular community, okay, in Anambra State. It does not mean that all the people from there are bad. So there are many bad people that come from good communities. So the people of Abatete already understand what I am talking about. So Uche Okafor Mefor was born on 10th of April, 1972. I want to give you his biography today, somehow, before I now go into the details of what I will show you about him. He was born on 10th of April in the year 1972. And he is from Abatete. So when you're talking about somebody's biography, you have to mention the community where they come from. So he is the Compaoré of our time, whom the enemy want to use to destroy the movement and to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of ordinary visa citizenship. Uche Okafor Mefor's father is known as Mbadi Kani. Mbadi Kani Alphonsus Okafor. Mbadi Kani Okafor Mefor. That is the name of his father. He is Alphonsus. So he answers Alphonsus Uche Okafor Mefor. His father is Mbadi Kani Okafor Mefor. So for those of you who doesn't know his name and his father's name, I just mentioned it so that Ibronya Abatete, Emara the Mbadi Kani son known as Uche, Emara Okafor Mefor family, what their son is doing. Like I said, I am going more deeper into Uche Mefor, and it is going to come in series. Today, I will tell you people the journey of Uche Mefor to Europe, and I will show you evidence of things that I've said about him. I will start showing the evidence. It's going to come in pack. So don't touch the dial. Share the program and keep waiting. As long as this struggle is concerned, they never born anybody in Papa we go take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu play and go scot-free. Why I, Mazi Nnamdi became is still here watching? It's not possible. If Uche Mefor cannot do it, if Urania cannot do it, who are you? Nwambadi Kanye. So all this you are blah 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 trying to put all the evil of Simon Ekperima boys, linked it to IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will not, yield any shade. Instead, you are going to deepen and endanger yourself before the people of Biafra. It does not matter where you reside. So, my brothers and my sister, I am going more deeper about this man today. Uche Mefor, all while we are still with IPOB as deputy director, I, Mazi Nnamdi, have never, I repeat, never for once asked you for a dime or for a favor. I have never done that. I'm not about me yog ginyum 50 kobo. And the nyenuberom shishi. So whatever I'm going to say here is based on the truth and fact that I have, and I have to prove it. So, and I want to use you to set example for other people who may not know that I have also gone deep to have all their information in my dossier. I wait for the appropriate time to begin to bring it out based on the case at hand as it is hot. You want to know that this struggle, major information, as long as you are at the helm of affair. I'm not talking about ordinary coordinators or unit coordinators or members of IPB. No, I'm talking about those that are pushing, that are steering the ship of this movement. As long as you are within the upper echelon of this movement, Oga, ejim dosa elegenaka, makada mama. So Uche Mefor was born on April. Why no wonder he was behaving like a fool. I'm not saying that everybody that was born in April is behaving like a fool or a fool, but you guys know that you normally do April Fool. So Uche Mefor was born on 10th of April by a man called Mbadekanye. And I am going to tell you people his journey. What happened that you people need to know before I'll now go into the main business of the day. I ask Uche Mefor once again, if you are not an agent to MI6, who briefed you of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu journey from Israel to Leeds International Airport? I want to ask Uche Mefor, he has not answered this question. Who told you about Mazi Nnamdi? Who briefed you? Who informed you? How did you get the information about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu movement from Israel to United Kingdom at Leeds Airport? And you live in London. Those of you that live in Europe will know the distance from London to Leeds. You can do your calculation. You can check. Why were you there at that point in time, the day that he was coming back? Who briefed you if you are not an MI6 agent because of paper? Today, I want you to pay attention. I want to tell you the Uche Mefor that you don't know. I want to expose the Uche Mefor that you don't know. And I want him to stay clear of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because the more you talk against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the more you provoke me to go more deeper into your life, to expose your evil, to expose you. Ogelu mgbe ọ gabe ịgakọta na street otu a, ihe ga-anụ n'azụ gị mgbidi ewere okpiri tituo oge n'ala, because the life of the people that you have ordered to go and die for because of this movement matters a lot to me and to Biafrans. So after commanding us to die, now you are now fighting against the same struggle that you led in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and commanded us to march. And you are not ashamed, because there is a condition why that British citizenship was given to you. So you are trying to live to expectation. If you don't do it, then it may be cancelled. Ibunagi. So you know what you passed through to get where you are today. Now, dear friends, listen. I'm going to play his voice. a program that he attached with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's program. But before then, I want you to listen to know this Uche Mefor, his journey to Europe. What happened? He will be surprised and he will be shocked at what I'm about to read right now. Let's go. Let's go there. So many of you do not know that Uche Mefor once faced deportation at Heathrow International Airport. So many of you do not know that this man you see here once faced deportation because he went to United Kingdom to seek asylum with the name of Mossab. Now let us go there. Uche Mefor was 1 hour from being deported on that day at the Heathrow Airport. He took 2 applications. He submitted 2 applications for him not to be deported and for him to seek for asylum, to get asylum in United Kingdom. The first one was rejected. The second one was not rejected, but they gave him asylum. The asylum they gave to him was not a permanent one that gave him paper now. I will explain it in the way you understand it. So calm down. For you to see what Uche Mefor passed through before he now finally, after they deny him the asylum with Wazirike-led Mossab, he now joined Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in IPOB. And that which he couldn't get using what do you call it? Using Wazirike-led Mossab to get, he got it using IPOB under the watch of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He took 2 applications, 2 appeals, and the 2 years for Nigeria along Alphonsus Uche Okafor Mefor. Then he was 36 years old to be granted refugee status in United Kingdom. He arrived in UK in the year 2005. Uche Mefor went to United Kingdom in the year 2005. After the Nigerian government started a crackdown on an organization called for the independence for the country of Biafra. You know, when our people, when Wazirike started this Mossab, it was 1999 that he started. And Uche Mefor left using the name of Mossab to enter United Kingdom as someone who is running away for his dear life. Mr. Okafor belongs to the group, as he claimed that he belongs to that group called Mossab, which is called Movement for the Actualization of the Sovereign State of Biafra, Mossab. As the report says, that some members of Mossab has been detained without trial for long in Nigeria in that period of time. Most prominent is leader Ralph Wazirike, who was jailed without trial for 5 years and still facing charges for treason and along with several others. So Uche Mefor used that opportunity to run, claiming that he is also one of the Mossab member. He might be part and parcel of Mossab member anyways, which I am not here to talk about, but he used Mossab trying to get his paper in Europe. Because only Febuna Mado Richard Lada, why the lad Okubatuena, no one knows about leader. Such person is a devil. Only open a melody for Ekwensu. In fact, Ekwensu, oh, devil, not Ekwensu. Ekwensu is not devil. Mr. Okafor Mefor traveled to UK to campaign to bring the status to the attention of the international community, then believing it was safe to return claim asylum. So he was claiming that the reason why he went to United Kingdom was to bring the attention of international community that Neji Raf was Rikeji, but that is a lie. And Naneji, some of his colleagues na Nigeria, that is another lie. Eji Raf, yes, but Mefor traveled on his own, trying to use that particular movement to get paper in Europe. And I tell you, there's no single person that got asylum in Europe in the name of Mossop. No single person. As at that time, in 2005, is when he left. Pay attention. Looking back at the time, in the asylum system says, it was traumatic. You lived in a state of not knowing what was going to happen to you. At the next meeting, you don't have your life in your own hands. They are deciding your future for you. That was what Mefor was tendering to the Home Office of United Kingdom, those that are in charge of asylum that people seek for. So these are what he was telling them, that in Nigeria, you don't have your life in your hand. No way that somebody have their lives in their hand. And we know what is going on in Nigeria. But Mefor, all your step, all your movement, all your activities, as long as United Kingdom is concerned, from the day you entered, I have them. And I'm going to be bringing it one after the other. Calm down. After an initial interview, he was sent to Liverpool under the dispersal system of a hostel while the claim was processed. Applicants are given £41 a week to pay for food and transport to register daily at the Home Office Center. That is to say, they were given £41 every week. They will give them £41. I mean, the people that seek asylum and asylum is granted to them, they will give them £41 for transportation and for feeding. That you come and be reporting to the Home Office on daily basis. You have to be reporting there because they have to put their eye on you since you are claiming that your life is in danger. So you have to be reporting so that they may know how you are going, where you are going, what you do, and what you don't know. Like their eye is on you. Because seeking asylum is not a crime in international community. But there's a point that I want to drive from here. So pay attention. It was a strange environment. Mefor was telling them, it was a strange environment for me, this person. It didn't give me much hope for the future, but I was consoled because so many of my people there were also in the situation, in that his own situation. Mefor was telling them, even in the asylum home where they are all gathering, that there are people who are passing the same fate that Uche Mefor was passing. While in Liverpool, he became a leading figure in the campaign group Asylum Voice. There's a campaign group called Asylum Voice in Liverpool, where Uche Mefor was. Which campaign for the right for the right of asylum seekers? That asylum voice were the people who are campaigning for those who are seeking for asylum in Europe, because the way they are treating them most of the time is not good. So Mefor is now a leading voice because he really needs to get that paper. He was desperate to get that paper using Mossop. But let us see what happened later. The first application Uche Mefor submitted to the Home Office was rejected because he said his life was in danger. But the Home Office made investigation to find out that no, your life is not in danger, because Mossop was not in any way a threat to Nigeria government. As at then, Mossop was not a threat to Nigeria government. They were not carrying guns. They were not killing anybody. They were not shooting anybody. As at then, rather, they are the ones that are being hunted. So they denied him that asylum at first when he applied. They couldn't give it to him. They denied him that access. They said no. So following, and it was not first, even the second time. They say following the two failed appeal, Mr. Okafor was detained in February 2007 and moved to the Colnbrook detention center near Heathrow for removal for the following day. They arrested him and kept him at that detention center so that tomorrow they will not remove him and took him back from where he's supposed to go, from where he was coming from. Mefor was telling the world that they call it removal center, but it is a prison. It was the lowest point. Mefor is now narrating, trying to seek the attention of the Home Office to listen to him and to make sure. You see, when people so people will be suffering as poor men and poor women. But the attitude they display when they get money or when they become somebody in the society is exactly the attitude of what Uche Mefor did. And after this, I will show you people something. I'm going to expose Uche Mefor to the last letter today. And I'm going to do it sequentially. It was the lowest point in my life so far. I was in a situation of despair and breakdown. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what I was going to face. Uche Mefor was talking. Uche Mefor also said his case had gathered unprecedented support from the trade union movement and asylum organization, and his lawyer managed to get a high court injunction on Howard before he was to board a plane at Heathrow Airport. An hour before he was to enter plane, agbaya kana okpunekwe tonati ya wori akpaba n'aka ndị zoo ndị ọ na-agbala ọsọ si na ọha nwa bụ ndị mere nka mee ya nọ ndị na-achụ ya ka lawyer ya nwetara injunction from court, and he was not deported. He was then taken to Trinsley House near Gatwick Airport. Mefor can say agụ ife a kịta anụ na can say akọwapụta ya kịta anụ na ị ga-ama that na ejim all these facts and figures. That I'm not saying it because I want to say it. I'm saying it because of the rubbish you are doing. Because people doesn't know the evil that you have perpetrated in this struggle. So by the time I begin to show them something, they will understand. So you attacking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, doing all manner of rubbish against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all in the name that you want to fight him back. When you have not mentioned your name or fight you, you are digging your grave the more, and you're digging it deep. They call it a detention and removal center, but it is a prison. You are in your cell with strict time when you cannot go out for prayer or time or time in the common room. Uche Mefor was complaining to this organization that he was calling for help. This is the situation of someone who hasn't committed a crime. Uche Mefor was crying that he haven't committed a crime, but look at how they are handling him there. While his second application for asylum went through, he was put on section 4, which means that section 4 means he was given voucher, not money this time. A voucher was given to him. And what does he do with this voucher? This can only be used in a limited range of shops and not for transport. So he had to walk 3 miles and back daily to sign in an home office. So that voucher they gave to him was for him to use to do shopping. Okay, generally shopping, but Omanja way by transport. But he has to walk like 3 miles to go and be reporting at the home office on daily basis, because they have now elevated him and put him in another level. These are what Uche Mefor passed through. An ingrate. Someone who has become so ungrateful against the man that gave him whatever he thinks he has today with the money involved. It doesn't give you any hope for future. He was complaining, serious depression. He doesn't give you any hope for future. You have a lack of self-worth and you don't know what is waiting for you. Most asylum seekers fall into a serious depression. Most people in this situation degenerated until they have mental health problem, which Mefor was complaining to this trade union and the Home Office. How did we cope? Which Mefor is still talking. I was lucky I had friends and a lot of support from the community and asylum support group. He stressed, which Mefor was still talking. Following his second claim, he was given a refugee status after more evidence was provided to prove his life was in danger. When did he got this second status that was given to him as he proved that his life was in danger? I will tell you, but wait. I broke down, couldn't believe it. That period of my life had come to an end and I was going to remain in this country. It was amazing, he insisted. Okay? Mr. Okafor Mefor is still working to highlight the case of Masob, and now it is also working to improve the rights of asylum seekers in the UK. He is currently working with citizens for sanctuary. He is currently working with citizens in sanctuary. Everything I'm not going to get currently, I'm telling you about his journey to getting his paper to Europe, getting his paper in UK, what he passed through and what happened and what he said and what has, trespasses. Now, following his experience in the system, he says the entire asylum process needs an overhaul. See, Waleka, he came to UK and trying to correct the way they handle their system. Asylum seekers need to be given access to proper legal representation, the right to work, the right of access and education, and proper health care. Section for 4 should be abolished. Okay, section 4 should be abolished. Asylum is not a crime, but a universal process. This is Uche Mefor complaining. This was his second letter given to Home Office and the trade union in United Kingdom, begging them, Bikonu, he passed through all this hell. Uche Mefor passed through all this hell. And when he finally got his paper, what did you do? I'm coming to tell you that. Jane Wayo. Alphonsus Uche Mefor was saved from traveling from deportation from Heathrow Airport. I have told you that before. Because of the lawyer that got injunction not for him to be deported. So, but today, at long run, when he finally got that his paper, he got asylum, and when he finally got his citizenship in the United Kingdom, something happened. Everything changed. He wrote to the Home Office never to give anybody who is using IPOB to get their papers. But he tried with Mossab and failed. It was IPOB that he used to get his papers, his documents. It was under IPOB that Uche Mefor went to university in United Kingdom. The university name is Essex University. That is where he went. While he was in IPOB, he was paid £4,000 sterling on every month. So tell me any job that Uche Mefor can do in United Kingdom and earn such amount of money monthly. He is only sleeping on Radio Biafra and he's being paid £4,000. Other incentives are not there. But this is exactly the amount of money that is being paid to this fool that you're looking at here. But children, Animabia. Now, I want you to pay attention. Focus on the screen. Stop looking at me. I'm okay. No, screen now. Focus on the screen. The reason why I tell you that Uche Mefor is a gunner. Pay attention and listen.
The many lies of the supreme liar Nnamdi Kanu.
Our leader was supreme liar. And that's Kunu Kent of Ma.
That brought IPOB when IPOB was IPOB
When
and
IPOB was
eventually turned into IPONC.
okay, when IPOB was IPOB, he is claiming now it was when he was with us that IPOB was IPOB because he was under payment. He was under salary. He used to collect his salary on monthly basis. So that is when IPOB was IPOB. He got his paper through IPOB. That is when IPOB was IPOB. Everything that he needed as a man was provided to him. He went to school under IPOB. That is when he claimed that IPOB was IPOB. Now, pay attention to what he's saying.
To its needs. This is one of the many lies of the Supreme Lion Nnamdi Kanu, where he directly shot himself in the legs by lying to himself, lying to the whole world, deliberately suggesting that I, Uche Mefor, sabotaged Radio Biafra app.
Listen, pay attention. He said he was suggesting. You know, I think today we need to dive into some fact findings in this program. Afọ mbụ Maazị Okpalaeze Chukwubuikem agụ Biafra nke mbụ na Biafra eze nwe ife n'ụwa niile ekpe mara eziokwu aka azụ dị Maazị Osuoji na-adịghị eji ifere onye sị na ọma nkwete kwetara m ya. Let us, while we are listening to this broadcast, let us begin to look into the things that Uche Mefor said. What is the meaning of the word suggestion? A suggestion is an idea or plan put forward for consideration. A suggestion is a plan or idea that somebody brought out for consideration. That is suggestion. And he went to school in United Kingdom. He graduated in United Kingdom. He claimed he is now a lawyer, a human rights lawyer. And this is his grammar. And I want to be taking him one after the other by his words. He said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was suggesting that he, Uche Mefor, was sabotaging Radio Biafra. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never mentioned Uche Mefor's name. Neither did he mention anybody's name. Unu ma ndị Igbo si no na-eme atụ inu nkata ọkụkọ awalu ọsọ. Uche Mefor is not smart like you people thought he was. He wasn't smart. When you're done listening to this broadcast, you will ask yourself a lot of questions. You said he was suggesting that you are sabotaging Radio Biafra app. Now let us listen to him further so that we can digest and digress. Pay attention.
That I, Uche Mefor, is a saboteur.
Of course, that's who you are.
Who else is in charge of Radio Biafra app, if not me?
You are not the only one who is in charge of Radio Biafra app and all the softwares that is being used for broadcasting. You are not the only one. If you are the only one, you would have sold it to United Kingdom. You would have sold it to MI6. You are not the only one. Osmo Former was there. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was there. And you are also there. So now, these three people who are in charge of this issue and of this particular radio, and something is happening to the radio, and Mazi was angry, saying that somebody is sabotaging this, and you are not the only one. Ofoma was there. You are there. So why are you now saying that Mazi was suggesting that you are the one? Because your conscience is not clear. I want to be seeing it on the comment section because sometimes Facebook will make you not to see the people that are watching. And it's just to demoralize people. But me, I don't care because I know that people are listening. Even after the program, they will still come and listen. Pay attention.
But keep in mind that this is the problem that the Supreme Lion Nnamdi Kanu brought upon himself.
Okay.
He set up Radio Biafra, he set up IPOB Community Radio.
Pay attention. Pay attention from this place now,
without my knowledge, behind my back.
The attack on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu broadcast started the moment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started exposing Jubril. The people who gave him UK residential, whatever they call it, citizenship, not residential visa, citizenship, we are not happy that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was exposing the man in Aso Rock. They were not happy because they wanted Fulani to be in charge of Nigeria. They wanted the world to still believe that it is Buhari who was still in charge. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was hitting them hard, doing exposition on Radio Biafra. So, because this man here, Uche Okafor needed the visa, needed citizen, UK citizen, and he's still fighting against the country who needed their citizenship, do you think that UK would have been stupid to just give Uche Okafor the paper without exchanging it with anything? Don't forget that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got his citizenship long time ago before he started Radio Biafra. So there wouldn't have been any chance for them to say, give us this, we'll give you this. No, it did not happen in time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, after he got his citizenship in the United Kingdom, there was a video of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fighting against Boko Haram. Talking about Nigeria, that Nigeria government should fight against Boko Haram. They were protesting in UK. They were protesting. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu led a protest in UK against Boko Haram. That Nigeria government should stand up because these people cannot continue killing our people, and they will keep quiet. He was not talking about Biafra then, but he have gotten his citizenship then. But Uche Okafor case is a different thing. So now, listen.
Removed all the satellite services.
Don't forget what Uche Okafor said. He said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu created an app and remove all the satellites link to it.
On the Radio Biafra platform.
Okay.
Removed the feed to the satellite services, removed the feed to the transmitters.
Can you people imagine? So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will just wake up, sit down, as he created the app and that he claimed he didn't know about. And he said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is removing all the feeds that is going, when he's broadcasting, is going everywhere. So if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remove all those things and he's broadcasting and he want the world to hear his voice, does it make sense to you? For example, right now, I am broadcasting on 4 channels today. I am not on TikTok. I couldn't connect to TikTok today for whatever reason it is. I don't know, but I will look into it later. I will remove YouTube. I will remove the Biafra TV. I will remove what they call it, Presalent, and use only one. And I want my voice to go far, and I want the world to listen to me. Does it make sense? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu need a wider listenership. There's no how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would remove all those links that he needed for a voice that needed to be heard, because he was hitting hard on Nigeria government, exposing the Jubril in the office, exposing the death of Buhari. So they contacted this Ekberima, this saboteur, and told him to do the job. And he was the one attacking the broadcast each time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is broadcasting. But look at how he's trying to coin it, how he's trying to turn it. As that's it, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu intentionally remove all those things, and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and is now accusing him. And Mazi Nnamdi did not mention his name. You people will listen to Mazi. Mazi's speech came out of this place. Pay attention.
At home, and put them on the IPOB community radio that he clandestinely, behind my back, set up with our former and other broadcasters on Radio Biafra. And
So now that he mentioned a former, have you believed me now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the only one that have access to all these radio stations that he talked about? A former have access to it. Uche Mefor have access to it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have access to it. Every other person that is broadcasting, then we are being given airtime. You don't have the password to all this radio, all the equipment that is needed, all the software. You don't have password to it. Only these three people has. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Osino Former, and Uche Okafor Mefor. So in a house where something is missing and an alarm was raised and one person is crying that you are calling him, you are mentioning him, and you did not mention his name, what is happening there? Think. So now let's listen to him.
Turned around to blame me.
You see, can Uche Okafor Mefor help us get a voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu where he made mention of his name as someone who is sabotaging Radio Biafra? He cannot see it anywhere. But he said, blame me. But he started from saying, suggest. He started, the first word he used was suggest. You know, when you are lying, when you're a pathological liar, when you lie the first lie, you have to lie again to cover the first one. You have to lie the third one to cover the second one. That is how you keep lying. And at the time, you begin to expose your lies by yourself. He said, blame me. You are not the only one who has access to Radio Biafra password. But why are you saying he suggests I did it? And now you are saying that he blamed me, you. How did he blame you?
For his inactions and his lapses.
Okay.
If you remove Radio Biafra satellite channel and by implication,
Because how can Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remove our satellite channel and he want to broadcast and expose Jubril? How? When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continue talking, hitting hard on Jubril and talking about Christianity, and then you will quote the book of Exodus chapter 20 for us. That I had those things are the reason why Uche Mefor became much angry with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then the people who he was working for, who promised him, we give you this paper, but you have to do this for us, got him and he started doing the work. But now look at how he's trying to coin it. Mazi cannot remove all the link where he wants the whole world to listen to him and be broadcasting on only one channel. It's not possible. Uche Mefor, you know what you did, but I'm coming. Your exposition today is going to be different from the
transmitters and put it on IPOB Community Radio.
You can imagine.
And then you are broadcasting on the platform of IPOB Community Radio. How then do you expect to hear your voice on Radio Biafra app? How then do you expect?
Thank you. I like this question that he asked. He said you cannot remove yourself, remove Radio Biafra, remove this, and you are broadcasting. How then do you want to people to hear your voice? So can Mazi be that stupid and daft? You know, Mazi have not responded to this man. Every response that this man needed, I have given it to him. And I'm still giving it to him up to today. And I'll give it to him tomorrow. Give it to him next tomorrow. I will continue giving it to him until this is a boyana. You can't hear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mention your name. You can't hear. But I'm gonna be an abogi koko na-egosi ndị mmadụ. Ụdị mmadụ ebe na-egosi ndị mmadụ ka isi wee dị njọ. So ndị Abatete village should know how evil you are. I thank God you asked this question. How will you remove all those things? That link that will make the world to hear you and want people to hear. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be that stupid to do such a thing. Uche Mefor, you are the one that was sabotaging the Radio Biafra because don't want the world to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying whenever he's talking about Jubril. Uche Mefor, have you asked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to stop talking about Jubril or not? Have you argued with him one-on-one that you stop talking about Jubril or not? Have you or not? That is another question I'm adding to your journey to Leeds. You have not answered it. I ask you a question. Instead of you to answer me, you brought this and reposted 3 days ago. And I want to play it to the whole world and give analysis. Why I wait for you to answer that? But before then, I will show people something that they need to see today. Let us go there.
For your voice to be heard on Radio Biafra, where you are transmitting, streaming on radio, on IPOB Community Radio. Do you see how crooked minds destroy themselves? Logically and otherwise.
Okay.
There is no way this guy, Supreme Lion Nnamdi Kanu the Great, can be truthful to himself.
Okay. We'll know
This is the way that he deliberately deceived himself, trying to.
Biafra kwunu m ihe na-ese okwu a. Ihe na-ese okwu bụ na MI6 kpọrọ Uche Mefor. Where we are for the condition for us to give you paper is for you to destabilize Radio Biafra and destroy IPOB. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was smarter. I told you guys that you guys doesn't know the battle that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fought to secure this radio you are hearing today, that some people are using to directly and indirectly attacking him. You guys doesn't know. It's not what I'm here to talk about. But let us listen to Uche Mefor, because all his plan to destroy this radio, to destroy this IPOB failed woefully, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu happened to be more smarter than him. And don't forget, Mazi said in IPOB, if you have 3 things, all IPOB members, coordinators know 1, Uche Mefor know 2, me, I know the 3. And that 3 is Ihoju Ekari Uche Mefor. And that is why Uche Mefor is crying bitterly today. So let us listen to him. Pay attention.
Blackmail me.
Yeah, tag him here.
And so many other people. He did not see anything that he would say that I did.
Can you imagine? So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will just wake up and begin to do all these things because of what? When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu actually appreciated you, when Irania was planning a coup against him, you stood out to say, no, I am standing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Not knowing that you are standing for the money you are getting, the 4,000 pounds you are getting. Probably by then, you have not been, you have not eaten the forbidden fruit. So let us be listening to you.
Rather, he decided to use this way. This means lying to himself, to the whole world, lying to the whole world, lying to himself.
What did you do to
The
him?
Radio Biafra app has been compromised.
So what did you do to him that will warrant him to against you when you do anything against him? This is a question that our people should be asking Uche Okafor Mefor. What did you do? You are not talking to fools. I am helping you to air this your stupidity, which you call broadcast. You brought it back and posted it 3 days ago. Now I am helping you to analyze it properly, that people may understand the truth behind the whole matter. So what did you do? What now? If I am not having any issue with my wife, we are not quarreling, we are not having issue. My wife did not disobey me, he did not do anything wrong to me, he did not sabotage my movement or whatever. How can I just wake up and form something just to condemn my wife and to call her evil when she did nothing to me? Who does that? Because there are things you are doing which Mazi have seen. There are things that you are doing which Mazi have confronted you to stop doing. There are things you are doing which Mazi have told you, this side don't go here, this side don't go here. So you didn't tell us that part. No be me go talk am. But I will say the ones you need to hear. Let's continue.
Whereby he is the one responsible for what is happening to him. And then accusing me of sabotage.
You can imagine that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is responsible for what is happening to him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will intentionally remove all radio signals and he will be broadcasting. At the same time, as he's broadcasting, he's same time shouting that somebody is trying to sabotage the struggle, sabotage the radio. Who can believe this cock and bull story? Who? Who can believe it?
Touching Radio Biafra transmission or streaming. And like I said, this is what brought whatever he's doing to its own knees, because he brought the arrested development to himself. He sowed treachery, and treachery is upon him.
Can you imagine?
Just listen.
I don't think.
I'm at a loss to why some of our platforms are not working. It worked last night.
Okay.
So why is it not working this morning? I don't know if it can be put down to entirely externalize. I think somebody somewhere controlling or has access to what we are doing has taken money from the zoo to be tampering with it. So I'm making a public announcement now. My program this morning appoint a new team to take over our software management.
When I hear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speaking, how can somebody miss me with kind of lie which before the beer that Mazi can intentionally remove all the feeds from where he want to speak for the whole world to hear him, to use it to lie against him? But you listen to Mazi, that is going to appoint a new technical engineers that will handle our software where we are broadcasting from, because it is already been tampered with. It's already been tampered with. And it is an internal enemy that does that. Mazi stated it clear.
Because this very sabotage is coming from within. It is no longer outside.
Are you hearing it? You guys knew when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used to broadcast. Anytime he talk about Jubril, Piam, nobody will hear his voice again. Okoto. Mazi Kanu ekwu na high speed, na hit seriously on Jubril. Na pia undi Nigeria uyaka. Which mefa koto. You switch it off our feed. Go put chai everywhere. Mazi na-ekwuzokwu na-ekwu ire onwe. Ozi anyị nwa bụ ndị na-ege ntị. Bụ ndị ga-agwazi Mazi, we are no longer hearing you on social platform. Mazi said this is attack. But after much investigation, he found out that it is an internal attack, because the signals before him on his system will be okay, green. It will be green, shining green. You look at the signal, it's okay. You look at the feed, everything's okay. But why is it not coming out? Someone from the inside have tampered with the software. And once they tamper with the software, it will no longer go into all the appropriate quarters. But when Mazi complain, piam, they will fix it back. And that is what Uche Mefor was doing. And Mazi did not mention Uche Mefor name. But Uche Mefor is now, crediting himself that Mazi is not a man. Mazi is not a man. So check in your form. But Mazi what the yafa. Can you get Mazi?
Do you see where he now suggested to the whole world he had already set up the blackmail team?
Okay. What is the problem now? What is the problem? Why will he set up a blackmail team? What were you dragging with Mazi? I'm asking question. Please, those of you on the comment section, please help me. If you can help me with your own understanding, why Mazi want to set Uche Mefor up? Uche Mefor, who preserved the struggle when Irania wanted to overthrow Mazi, when Irania was going about telling all the coordinators and reps, continental reps, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is already going mad inside the Nigeria prison in Kuje. Uche Mefor said, no, I won't stand with you on this. And I loved him then for this. I stood with him. Everybody was with Uche Mefor because Uche Mefor kwechiri sino mamme. Let me tell you people something. If Uche Mefor, if Urania had the radio station code as Uche Mefor did, he would have do all manner of evil with our radio. By now, there will be no Radio Biafra. Then, I'm telling you what happened. Ebo si meti ya ngwa gị, Ebo Uche Mefor si meti ya ngwa gị, Ebo si wego si ekwensu, go ajọ mmụọ, abụghị ekwensu, go ajọ mmụọ ngagwakwa gị. So, for Uche Mefor to be telling that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu intentionally set up this to blackmail him, what was happening between you and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What was the case? Because you are already sabotaging the broadcast, the radio, by telling Mazi to stop talking about Jubril. Mazi should not be talking about Jubril. That if Mazi continue talking about Jubril, that he's not going to have it soft with him. And Mazi should stop talking about Christianity. That is his faith. That is tampering with his faith. That Christianity is his faith. You should not talk about Roman Catholic. You shouldn't talk about all those things. So Mazi continued on that lane. Then Uche Mefor was not happy. Uche Mefor began to sabotage the broadcast, begin to sabotage all the radio. So, but here he is telling you that Mazi remove all those things. How could he remove it and come to be blaming you? And he did not mention your name, mind you. And you're not the only one who has access to the radio. Oforma was there too. So let us go.
He had already set up those to attack Uche Mefor and so many other innocent people.
You have already set up those that attack Uche Mefor. Do you people know that some people think that Biafrans are daft? We are not daft. We are not daft. I'm Ife. Reading it. How will Mazi set up somebody to attack you when you are the problem, attacking yourself?
In collaboration with the devil, the demon in Australia called Oforma.
You see, he called Oforma the devil, the demon. Let me tell you people why he called Oforma the demon and the devil. Uche Mefor knows what I am capable of doing. He knows what I can do. And I know as he's watching this program now, BP Yaganari, because all your fake account to better here, be watch here. If not, or chere mesa program or be watch here. Oforma happened to be a dedicated member working in the media sector of this movement. That is why I put up a write-up last time and said, where is Austin Oforma? Because when he was in charge of IPOB Media, I repeat, when he was fully in charge of IPOB Media, there was peace everywhere. Everything was going on accordingly. Oforma is not a man of many words. But if he tell you one, it is one. So, Oforma did not allow Uche Mefor to succeed in destroying all the IPOB feeds where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is broadcasting from. That is the problem. And the reason why Uche Mefor call him the devil, the demon. So it is now 2 against 1. 2 against 1, it says that Uche Mefor is trying to destroy. Oforma and Mazi, we are trying to fix. Try to get the point now. So because Oforma did not cite Uche Mefor against Mazi to destroy the radio, upon the request of those that wanted to give him common visa, common citizenship of UK, they demanded for the radio to be destroyed. Why is he talking about Jubre? Why is he talking about Nigeria? Why is he talking about Buhari? Why is he trying to raise tempo that Nigeria presidency is dead? Why? Yes, Dikora. Oforma is a good man. Yes, I know. But in Cape as well, he changed completely from not participating in the media things. But I don't want to talk about him. I keep telling you that I don't want to discuss about Oforma. I reserve some respect for Oforma, for what he has done in the past. The collapse of the media today, if Oforma is fully in charge, it will not happen. I know him. He's not a man of many words. It is because he is no longer putting effort, being in charge of IPOB Media. That is why you see the collapse of this media. In case you don't know, the media have collapsed. If there's any serious attack against this struggle now, God forbid bad thing, in the media sector, one day, I know nana. Only if all these people that were being blackmailed out of the way will also stand on their whole platform, continue to bombard that particular attack in conjunction with those that they say they are still into the system according to their quota. Then we can be able to manage to combat that, which is what is happening now. If I get tired today, say I'm tired now, no do again, make relax. And some other people say we are not doing again. We let everybody go sit down. Believe you me, the media is gone. But Mazi Former stood on his ground. That is why Uche Mefor is calling him the devil, the demon, because Former was on the side of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, making sure that the radio is still intact. Let us listen to him.
And so he is trying so hard to convince the public that something sinister was happening to his broadcasts, whereby he is directly responsible to what was happening to him.
You can imagine.
I had no hand. Nothing happened. Radio Biafra decided clandestinely remove Radio Biafra services, satellite services, and put it in IPOB community radio. And then he was streaming on IPOB community radio. And then expect his voice to be coming out on Radio Biafra platform that he has already condemned and told the whole world that it has been sabotaged.
Chepano, has there been any time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Radio Biafra? Community radio application, a sister app where you can listen to Radio Biafra. Biafra TV app is where you can also listen to Radio Biafra. And Radio Biafra has its own app at the same time. We are on satellite. We are online. We are on FM in so many ways. So how can Mazi remove all these things and be broadcasting for one place and continue to blame Uche Mefor for doing it? How? I still need someone that have common sense that is watching this program to put it in writing for me. I want to know, because Uche Mefor is a pathological liar. But this lie no enter. Let's go.
For them to delete the app and the rest of it.
Oh, for
Do
them,
you see?
Can you imagine? For Biafrans to delete Radio Biafra app, the almighty Radio Biafra app. Did you listen to him? Did you listen to him? This is Uche Mefor speaking. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that Radio Biafra app is not working, that somebody has sabotaged it, so that Biafrans will not delete Radio Biafra app. Almighty Radio Biafra app. Hey! Let's continue.
How Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme liar, the ingrate, destroyed himself.
You are the liar yourself.
And as a result, he suggested that I took money from the zoo.
Okay.
I took money from Nigeria.
You suggested that I took, listen, no, he suggested that I took money from Nigeria, I took money from the zoo. Uche Mefor name was not mentioned. Uche Mefor was not the only one who have access to Radio Biafra. Or Former also have access to Radio Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi can have access to Radio Biafra. Why is your conscience judging you? Because you did. You did sabotage this radio. The UK doesn't want Nigeria youth individual to stand up and ask for the president of the country. They know the consequences that it will be if the people stand up and say, the person that Nnamdi Kanu is talking about is not our president. So they were using you to control that tempo. And you are attacking him each time he's talking about Jubre. If Mazi is broadcasting, everything will be going straight to the moment he begins to talk about Jubre,
and afterwards, They recruited some people to be saying that Soludo gave me money, 4 or 5 billion or something like that.
And imagine, recruited some people to be saying, who are the people? Mention names, idiots.
And then when he's doing it, he pretended as if he wasn't calling my name.
Okay. Okay, as if he wasn't calling your name. Was he calling your name? Did he mention? What the family here? Let me tell you. Ndị Igbo so na-emakata onye tara aha sị na ya ka agwa atọ inu nkirika nkata onye dị si ntara ahụ ga niile pụtara sị na ya ka a na-agwa because o yiri nkirika nkata and ọma na akpọghị ya afa mana ọ ya sị na ya na-agwa maka oyi ya eji wee maatụ. Why is Uche Mefor this demonic? Why?
Question, the ultimate question is, who is in charge of Radio Biafra software?
You, or former, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has access to Radio Biafra software. Not just only you. Not just you alone. There's no how only you will have access to Biafra software. What bring them more?
Who is in charge of Radio Biafra app? Is it not me? Is it not Uche Mefor?
Can you imagine?
Do you see how an adult will continue? Do you see how an hallucination?
Uche Mefor, you are the one who is lying here. You are the one who is lying here. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also have access to this software. Or former have access to this software. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu couldn't have left that software in the hand of a single individual. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Kuje prison, it was you, the former, that were managing it. If it was only in your hand, you could have sold everything. But because the former was there and didn't allow you to operate the way you wanted, that is why you now call him demon. Don't forget that he called a former demon. What did the former do to you that made him a demon? Did the former know your name? No. Did the former write anything about you? No. Did the former broadcast with your name? No. Did the former said anything and refer to you? No. So why calling him demon? I want people to connect all the dots.
And lying to himself and to the whole world.
Okay.
And later, somebody will say that I did this.
Honestly, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not mention Uche before. Maybe no. Eba dey talk. Ofu ye na-eti mkpu na onye menye onye na-emefa Chineke ya akpụ ya ịmapụta si na ọ na-agwa. That means ọ gụwa na-eme ka ya na-aga n'iru.
Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme liar, destroyed himself and destroyed this world with his lies, with his blackmail.
You destroy yourself. You.
And other sundry atrocities that he's using people to commit. And in the end, he will go and take the back seat and use the reputation of others to exonerate himself for the crime and atrocity that he committed by himself. Continue.
I broadcast last night. I have checked all the systems. My systems here are okay. They are going out. But somebody may have taken money from Loretta inside IPOB to frustrate what we call our decision.
You know, when you are broken on several platforms using the software that you use on Radio Biafra, connecting to all platforms, what you need to be checking is your signal. The signal that feed all those platforms is what you need to be checking. If any of the platform you are broadcasting to is having issue, you will see the feed will drop. It goes like meter on a coca clock. Bam, 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 bam. The moment that particular feed fails, it come back. The moment it fell, another one fell, it come back. So Mazi checked the system. Everything was okay. Why is he not now going out there? If it is a technical error from the company, you will know. But this one, as somebody, Mazi's voice is going out from the system he was broadcasting normally, but it was not going into the place he was feeding. Uche Mefor was behind that. And his name was not mentioned, but he was crying here that Mazi intentionally removed those things to blackmail him. So tell me, what did you do? Why? And why is it happening only when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is talking about Christianity? When he's talking about Jubril and Buhari, why?
Who is in now the Kanu the Supreme Liar deceiving? Somebody may have something that he has planned. He announced to the whole world and to his sycophantic, gullible followers that he was going to sack Uche Mefor. He was going to sack the person in charge of, in control of Radio Biafra app.
Can you imagine? Did he make mention of Uche Mefor Bikon? You know, I don't know. Why I forget that Abatete, somebody have been in a comment section. No, we will not was under Abatete. Onyo Omakwife. Kedebe Mazi Porogafa. Mazi Porogafa. Oh, your conscience na George. But let's be watching. Let's be listening.
On a Sunday, that Chineke ga-akpọ ahụ na family ọkụ. Just imagine what somebody is saying.
Okay.
What Nnamdi Kanu is saying, the ingrate is saying.
Ingrate in what way? The ingrate in what way? What have you done for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? You guys doesn't know the meaning of the word ingrate. Ingrate means someone who is ungrateful, someone who is not appreciable, who is not appreciative, someone who doesn't appreciate what people do for him or her. That is an ingrate. Now, between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Uche Mefor, who helped who? Who people joined the struggle listening to the voice of Uche Mefor? How many people become IPOB member because they listen to the voice of Uche Mefor? There's been DJ Uche Mefor that used to say Biafra. Do you want me to play your voice where you're snoring on Radio Biafra? Do you want me to play it? Don't worry, I'm coming. I will play your input in the on the radio for you to come as ingrate. That shows that you are daft. You are daft. How can you say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an ingrate? The man whose voice has given you everything you want in life. The man who brought you close. The man who cleaned you up. The man who placed you on salary, paying you £4,000 every month. The man who made you to gain all the respect you had in the name of IPOB is the same person you are calling ingrate. If Uche Mefor was the voice that brought each and every one of us out, by now, if you said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an ingrate, people will consider it. No, if you're only no, you want to Mazi, or you want to support Mazi, or you want to Mazi cause. But at the end of the day, you are the one who is in the receiving end, not Mazi. Mazi bu the front. Mazi bu ihe niile. Mazi is everything. I repeat, all Mazi ka afro. Nobody saw you. DJ Rezo nwere onye furu gị wee pụta. DJ Rezo nwere onye nụrụ onu gị weta. DJ Rezo nwere onye nụrụ okwu kpaka wee pụta sị na support ihe na-eme. Nobody. You are a Rezo, you are going to court. And when you cut full side. But we saw your cut. You couldn't cut any. You couldn't even cut a real wage at DC. You couldn't cut any shit. And what did he cut to? Kaina gani yanti. That Mazi was angry because he was against Buhari that very day that he made this broadcast. Not chop Tony Ibu. Find out who you are. Or that sacred life on air. That threat now help him to cement his deal with MI6. Yes. To help him, he said, okay, so you are planning to sack me. knowing fully well that I'm the one doing it. Okay, no problem. Let us see. But why were you? Who chased you out of IPOB? You ran away. You were not sure. Why did you run away? Why did you run? Jogi Kediji bo also. In na ga sack on Radio Biafra. Aka sack it again. Go and reposition because you go just cement your deal and try ya honest. And it's too boring. Let's go on.
People everywhere.
But the truth is that Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme liar, had no power to sack me. That is the truth about it. That is.
So you sack Mefor, you sacked yourself. When you have not pronounced your name, neither had he whoever that is doing this will be sacked on the program. You say he doesn't have the power. You went ahead and sacked yourself. Is that what you're telling me? How? Oh my goodness me.
That is why he is lying on this crooked, slimy way to try to get the minds of people, subvert the minds of people, to turn the minds of people, to incite people against me. And that is what he did. Exactly. And the same person has always been praying to God, praying against injustice, talking against Nigeria of injustice. But the same way he's accusing Nigeria is what he is actually doing in IPOB.
How? Explain to us.
If you know you are part and parcel of our software systems that transmits our message to the whole world, I am placing you on notice between now until the end of this program. Once I finish, you must tell me what is wrong with our systems. If you cannot tell me, you cannot do this very job. I hate nonsense. I am not a nigger. I am not and can never be. I solve problems. I solve them. I get to the problem and I solve it. That is my orientation. I have a caller on WhatsApp. I have another caller on the line.
Do you people hear what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said? You listen to him? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was so much angry. Very, very, very angry. What Uche Mefor had was password to that software. What Oforma had was password to that software. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had was password to that software. Now, Uche Mefor tell you that he is in charge simply means the company that provides that software, because I have to explain this extensively for you to understand. The company that have that software, Uche Mefor has direct contact with them. Yes. It's just like when you want to create a website, then you have the what they call it. You have the panel. You have the panel. From that panel, you can create emails from other emails from that software, from that particular software. So the company that provide that panel, Uche Mefor actually brought them in. So for him to tell that he is in charge, it doesn't mean that he is 100% in charge, but there's a company that provides that software. So Mazi is so much angry, explaining to the world, and didn't mention Uche Mefor name. And do you know that after that Mazi pronunciation, the network now came back and started working. Now pay attention. Only if you know or believe you but you people will know some things. Welcome to this program.
On WhatsApp live, please give us your name. All those who are managing our systems. All of a sudden, our system is back on because I told him I'll find out who is responsible and I will sack the idiot live on air on Sunday. I don't give a damn who you are. From speaker. Remove it from speaker. Speaker, please.
Do you see how the Supreme Lion Nnamdi Kanu is stage managing himself, deceiving himself? Sometimes he will go on radio, he will not even arm the microphone, he will not be streaming. Somebody will be telling him.
Somebody will go on live program without arming the microphone and begin to stream. How come? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, before he go on live program, he will play the song. Hey, mama, Gwanyezia, mama, mama, I don't want to touch that place. And while he's playing that song, he will use another device to listen, check all the whole link where his voice is going to be filmed. Make sure that everything is okay before you come with that sexy, sweet, calm, and powerful voice. Hello, wonderful people of Biafra. This is Radio Biafra. Oto ojekwa geya obankiti. Kuche before Biakita na agba no Mazi Nnamdi Kanu broadcast or that arm microphone and feed and everything. Try to look for a lie, a cheap lie, but it's not going to fly because I'm here.
I will be telling him, can you arm your microphone? Can you begin to stream through the streaming channel and things like that? He will be on air, talking to somebody,
okay,
cursing somebody for something that he is responsible for.
Okay.
And this one is the one that he finally used to shoot himself directly in the face.
Hey, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who doesn't take alcohol, he doesn't smoke. He will not fix everything of test before video program. Then there's one I say, you will be telling him, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this? How come? How come? Don't worry. I will expose you today. Let's go. Okay, that is it. Those of you that have listened to it, now let me show you something that you need to see. Let me show you something that you need to see. We are here, and on this platform, I see the hot. Now, so with the talker, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remain the supreme leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Uche Mefor, you are a saboteur. You sabotage this struggle, and believe you me, it is time to show the people who you are. It is time to show them who you are. I'm coming there. I'm coming there. Nonsense. You think you can just come and lie against the leader of indigenous people of Biafra? When I, Mazi Nnamdi became is here. Now, Biafrans, when I told you that this man was bought over, that is the truth. Uche Mefor was bought over. And the moment he was bought over, he was given conditions. Anything that you will be doing that will make this, anything that you'll be doing that will make this your movement be fruitful, you must desist from doing it. You must stop it. You must not do this, you must not do that, you must not do this, you must not do that. It was an agreement. And MI6 is not people you can sign agreement with and default. You are in their country. Agogo can put overnight. Like Agogo can overnight. Ifananya. O megananya vam ozwe fear. A man of blue. So Uche Mefor doesn't have any landing space. No landing space at all. Now, let me show you people something. Because on the man anaton koro here, and why I'm showing you this, I want you to concentrate on the screen. I want you to concentrate on the screen. Let's go. Let's go there. Then I'm here now. Even the Naya Kita is Alphonsus Uche Okafor Mefor. What you are looking at now, the name on the screen, Alphonsus. Let me check how bold it is on my phone before I continue, because I want my people to see everything I'm doing here today as it hot. So pay attention. Chunk everything, very, very bold and clear. You see how it looks here. Let me see how it is here. Just 1 minute, please. Yes, okay. Okay. Yes. Can I emboss it? Can I make it bigger? Can I make it bigger? Can I make it bigger? I am looking at how I can 1 minute. No. Yes, this is better like this. This is better like this. But I'm looking at how I can maximize it. If I maximize it, how is it going to look? Okay. Oh, no. Customize. No. Okay. Now, Biafrans, what you are looking at here right now is Uche Okafor Mefor. All the platform that Uche Okafor Mefor created in the name of him fighting for Biafra and some other things he was trying to use to survive is what you are looking at here right now. And what happened to them is what I'm going to show you right now. Where is it on my phone? Where is it on my phone? Yes. If you can see my mouse, just focus on this mouse because I'm going to be showing you guys something. I'm going to be showing you guys something. Yes, this is Uche Okafor Mefor. Uche Okafor Mefor registered about 9 companies in the United Kingdom. The first one that I want to show you, I want you to see his name first. Then I'll begin to show you when the MI5 started controlling Uche Okafor Mefor, how he how he closed all those companies one after the other because he must fulfill that which they told him to do. Thou shalt not do anything that will bring whatever you say you are fighting for to fruition. With this one I show you now, you can see what I want to show. What I want to show. Let me bring out what you are going to see right now. This is number 1. Yes, Nenanya here now. Even Nafobo, indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Worldwide CIC. That is what you are seeing on this platform right now. Uche Okafor Mefor, who registered this? Who registered this? I'm asking you. Concentrate on these red arrows. If you're watching me, if you're following up, I want you to concentrate on that arrow because there's something I want to show you here. Each and I better be good. I better be good. I better be good. Yes. So look at it now. This Uche Mefor registered this The company status of this particular thing you are seeing here is still active. And he registered it on 30th of March. He registered it on 30th of March 2019. Yes, 2019. As director of this particular company. And what happened? He resigned on 8th of May 2021 from this same company. He registered it and he was the director. He claimed to be the director. Then when you look at here, you see, resign. I'm going to post this thing after this program. He resigned on when? On 8th of May 2021. That is to say, the platform was brought down. It is no longer functioning. The registration is void because he resigned, being the Oga. But when you look at it, it's still showing active on the site where I got this information from. Okay, now, I want you to pay attention because Uche Okafor Mefor na-ezo nzuzo mana anafo katazu ya anya. Ị na-ezo nzuzo mana anafo katazu gị anya. You are doing the job of those that sent you, and they are controlling you, telling you what to do and what not to do. And here, I have all the evidence in regards to this particular one. Actually, can be away from the foundation. From the foundation, can't you go to the Look at this one again. Look at this one that I'm showing now. Okay, it's the one I showed before. Let me show you another one because you resigned. Yes, before you resigned from that particular one. Before, let me show people another one. That one, you call that one Indigenous People of Biafra, CIC. Yes. They told you to bring it down and you resign from it because you must fulfill their promise. You must do what they ask you to do. Then, this one, you call it Almef Limited. This one, you call it Almef Limited. Let me tell you, let me give you the history of this Almef Limited. Uche Mefor have never done anything in his life that favored anybody or favored himself. Rather, he has been milking us dry from IPOB. I'm coming. Yes. Almef Limited was registered in 2018. In 2018, on 31st July 2018 was when he registered this Almef. Then Uche Mefor also resigned from being the owner, the boss of this particular Almef. The code in company house is what you are seeing here now, where he registered it now. Now, and on November 4th, 2022, he resigned from this. All these are conditions given to him, and he's following it one after the other. He resigned. And the address of his home and everything is there, which he used as a correspondence address to fill all the documents which he used to, register all these companies. Now, I'm coming. Uche Mefor. Uche Mefor I'm coming. Nwayọ ka m ga-eji repụtacha onye ala Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bụ ihe dịrị gị. Let's go there. This one is, let's go to, let this one come up. Let it come up. This one is Health Consultant Limited. Uche Mefor also floated this Health Consultant Limited, United Kingdom. Now, the company was dissolved, but he registered it on 21st June 2022. Uche Mefor was looking for a way because since he left IPOB, since Uche Mefor left IPOB, his life has never become the same. So he's looking for a way to make money from this particular company now he called Health Consultant Limited. Uche Mefor is the one who registered it. And he also resigned on 4th of November. That is why I'm circling it. He registered it on 4th of November, the same 2022. This is a company he registered on 21st June 2022, and he resigned on 4th of November 2022. After, I will tell you what he used all these companies to do and the reason why he agreed to pull them down. So he left the company, and the company is already dissolved. It's no longer active. In Nigeria, we call it CAC. We call it CAC. In the United Kingdom, that is company house. So whatever business you want to register must be on that site. When I'm done, I can drop the site for you to go and cross-check. Mazi Soji is not here to lie against Mefor, to score any cheap whatever. But Mefor is making me to go deeper into his life. And here, I want to show you people why this guy is a pure saboteur. And I'll prove it today. Let's go there. See another one. This one is Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio. Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio was registered on 7th, so on 10th of November 2020. That was when he was planning to bring Asare Dokubo and George Onyibe them together. So now he resigned also on 7th of November 2022. I want you to be taking note of when he is resigning from all these companies he was registering. Look at the date he was resigning from all these companies. He registered this one on November. He registered this one on November 10th, 2020. Okay, 2020, yeah. Then he resigned on November 2022. The registration was on 2020, November 10th. Then the resignation from it is 2022. Then he resigned, and this company is dissolved. This particular company is dissolved. This is radio. This is Biafra Human Rights and the Freedom Broadcast Radio. Nonsense. Was registered in 2020, and he resigned and dissolved that particular registration in 2022. I'm coming. Wow, Cheren and Mabia. And Mabia. I go with investigative journalism. Which I'm fortunate let's go there. Look at this one. Look at this one. This one is Biafra National Alliance. BNA. Biafra National Alliance. And it is already dissolved already. Yes. He was appointed. He created it on 24th June 2021. And he resigned on 7th of November 2022. Oh, Biafrans, I want the people to be taking cognizance of what is happening. Uche Mefor registered this 24th June 2021, and he was appointed himself as the Oga Barakpata, as the boss. And on November 2022, 7th, he also do what? Resigned, and he dissolved this particular Biafra National Alliance, BNA. And Mabiao. I am about no putuchina putemoli roso. It's an baby be after Kana Wokiki console. Man, Adasigo. You feel only got here. Bia will I win a good Chukwa Bowokono. Chukwa Bowok body got body. We're in there. Go sit down if I get an and we call Wazelo if you look. Then look at this one now. This one is a director of this one. You say humanitarian. The name of this company is Humanitarian, and it is already dissolved. Yes, and he happened to be the director. And he registered this one on 19th. He was appointed and registered this one on 19th of February 2015. Now, on November, let me look at it on my phone because it is very tiny looking at it inside there. I'm coming. Humanitarian. Onyoshi. Uche Mefor. Criminal. So he dissolved this one. Uche Mefor have dissolved this particular company, Humanitarian. He dissolved it, and his role was director. He was appointed in 2015, and he dissolved it in the same 2015. And what he called it is as a director of digital broadcaster, one person using different addresses. I will call all the names of addresses he was using. About 3 addresses he was using. Cool down, I'm coming. Gosi unu ọzọ. Uche Mefor ị na-egwu mmiri a na-afụkọta azụ gị anya. Ị na-egwu mmiri a na-afụkọta azụ gị anya. Onye rere nkịta ji gote enwe ihe ntụgwu ka nọ na bia. This one is another humanitarian CIC. Another one, humanitarian CIC. He registered this one. This one is already dissolved. You can see it dissolved. And he is also a director. This one was 2020. On 21st May 2020, he appointed himself and created this particular one. And he later dissolved it. Unu ga na-asị gịnị ka o jikwa n'ihe niile nọ na register eme. Aga m akọrọ unu chelụ. Uche Mefor onye oshi. Iche na ya mara ihe ị na-alụ. Ipụta na-akpụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ekpere ma na-akpụ ya laya. Na-akpụ ya nka na-akpụ ya nke ọzọ. Walis n'ọgụ abụdị ihe niile ahụ na-akpụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na you. Lekwa na anya here. The Biafra mission. He registered another one, the Biafra mission, and he is a director in it, and it's already dissolved. And he was a director. He registered this one 2020 also, and he was a director, and he have dissolved it. So now, Oforofu can go see now he cannot join. Why were all this registered, and after a while it dissolved? Why were all this registered, after a while it dissolved? Can you hear them? And when they not control here, or when they're in charge of every of his activity, or when they're in charge of every Uche Mefor's activity. Okay, this one is the name. This one is the name. The Biafra Nation. This one is the Biafra Nation. You can see. I don't know if I show you people this one before. The Biafra Nation. Yes. The Biafra Nation was also dissolved. And Uche Mefor happened to be the director. And this one was registered on December 2020. December 17, 2020 was when he registered it. And he happened to be the director. Mefor, 9 companies in a register, ma medical, ma human rights, ma Biafra, ma this, and why were all of them dissolved? All these companies, none of them is still active in the company house. None of them. All of them is all dissolved. Because anything that Uche Mefor want to do that has to do with Biafra, that has to do with what they call it, human rights, freedom, whatever nonsense, was asked for him to dissolve them. And he was creating all those things, thinking that he's going to use them to extort money and to make money for himself. But it does not work. It does not work. So they told him, bring all those things down, and Uche Mefor all of them down from A to Z. Uche Mefor do not have any active working completed kingdom today registered. That is Human Rights Radio is already dissolved. His Biafra this is, let me be counting them out from here. Let me be counting them out from here. Yes. His Biafra Nation, which was registered with code 130-88977, dissolved. The Biafra Mission, which was registered with code 130-28557, also dissolved. Humanitarian CIC, which was registered with code 1261-7487, dissolved. Another humanitarian, which was registered with code 09447792, dissolved. Biafra Nation Alley, registered with 13475264, dissolved. Those of you that live in UK, go and check all these things I'm mentioning here. United Kingdom made everything very open. You cannot own a business in United Kingdom without registering it. You cannot. It's not possible. And once you register, it is made available to everybody. So one is also dissolved. Biafra Alliance BNA with code 13475264 dissolved. Then Biafra Human Rights and the Freedom Radio BHFR also dissolved. Then Health Consultant Limited also dissolved. Then Almef Limited with code 11491407 dissolved. Let me read that health care consultant. It is 1418. The code registration is 14187171 dissolved. Then Biafra Human Rights and the Freedom Radio code 13007178 dissolved. Only one person. Only one person. Criminal Uche Okafor Mefor. So they told you all this your radio station, all this, you cannot float them to use it to do anything here. We have given you paper when we are going to be paying you to make sure that you go and be fighting them. Go and bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu down. Everything that is happening in Biafra land, which the Nigeria government is sponsoring, you must at all time, tie it to IB, tie it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is what you should be doing. This is what you should be doing, and that is what you have been doing. So now, I want Uche Mefor to answer my questions. These 9 companies you registered and dissolved all of them. What were they for? If I'm lying, come out and tell us what you used them to do. Which deal did you cut with it when you opened them? And why did you close all of them? Why did you dissolve all of them? Only you. How much are you earning today? And what is your source of legal income if you are not a saboteur? If you are not an enemy of Biafra? If you have not been bought over the MI6 and they are paying you handsomely? All these things are the things you need to answer. And you must tell us, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was coming from Israel, who briefed you of his journey? And why were you at the Leeds International Airport? Where were you there? Who brought you there? Who briefed you of his movement if you are not working with MI16? You have not answered me this question. Now, the time, the date, the location, where, and the offices where you are, where you cut deals is loading. People used to complain that my program used to be too long, that 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. This one is 2 hours. Agama do bring car. Then my next coming, because wait for you, I give you another 1 week. Because actually you have not replied to me. You just brought a video which you posted about 3 days ago. You reposted it 3 days ago. So I played it and I have explained it. And I've shown the world, all the company you registered, which the people that have bought you over have asked you to go and bring down. And you brought all of them down. Because you are now an enemy working against Biafrans because of paper, ordinary akwụkwọ. So those of you are cutting deals is the next program that is loading. But I wait for you for another 1 week. I wait for you for another 1 week because there are sensitive information there. A lot of sensitive information there. Even as I'm doing this program, even the United Kingdom government are also watching. And I will not lie. I show here the Facebook record, and it is going to be record is going to be there. So the government of UK will also know to lie. All the numbers I made mention, all the data, it is verifiable. You register them, and the court deal will handing over radio by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to enemies. And what did you do with the two intelligent officers that came? What did you do with them? Who are they to you? Before I'm giving you an response. Tell us about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your engagement with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at Leeds Airport, and how did you get to know about the British government? I want you to tell us, because otu ị nọkịta anụ na ịmago that now automatically na onye nwa nwoke agụ mma ibuzi onye nwụrụ anwụ na gị ije ka ewu, because the of the people he commanded to go and die will never forgive you. They will never look somewhere else. The struggle that you have managed, that you have handled, the struggle that you have made sure that you kept people. Oh my goodness me. Uche Mefor, ndị nwụrụ n'ihi command again at this struggle, agota, and they cannot allow you to live. That is why at the time you were looking like one. The man saying that Uche Mefor is dead. Uche Mefor is dead. Because I'm not him. You were sick. You were a shadow of yourself. And I'm here. I know your sickness. But can do one thing can get a refresh now. You want to go on because you may go travel, treat whatever that is disturbing you, knowing fully well that you are going down the drain. So, my brothers and my sisters, I do not want to open my line. I want this message to sink into the mindset of those of you who still listen to Uche Mefor. You will do broadcasts. How many people share your program? How many people listen to you? 500 people listening. 700, 200, 300. A whole Uche Mefor, the almighty Uche Mefor, the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Obuni nwere bube. O kwesịrị ị na-ekwu okwu at least 1,500, 6,000 people are now watching. When you are in IPOB, when you talk, everybody come to listen. But now, you are no longer relevant. So, if you stop mentioning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name, you will not eat. Because the people who gave you contract will not give you shishi. So, you have to keep mentioning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name, lying against him, using the people in the government in our sponsor in the East, whatever they're doing, tagging it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so that they will be clapping that you're doing a good job. We have forgotten you. If not because you came out now, begin to tag what other people are doing against Ndibo to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I will not remember you. I will not even talk about you. I have pack of information about you. And this one I just show now is to prove to the people that you, Uche Mefor, have been sold. Yes, you have been bought. Not sold, you have been bought. And you try to destroy IPOB. You did not succeed. You tried to destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You did not succeed. Where and how did you get information about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu arrival at Leeds Airport? I'll keep asking you that question until I come next time. Chukwu okabe magagozi ụmụ Biafra niile ebe ọbụla ụnụ wee na-ege m ntị. Aka m nwanne unu nwoke Maazị Okpalaeze Chukwubikem agụ Biafra nke m na Biafra eze nwe ife n'ụwa niile. Nke mere jụọ oyi emekwasa m ọzọ. I'm waiting for you, Uche Mefor, ka ị kụnye ume kwuo okwu kpam ka m gee ntị. Do a program. Answer all these questions that I'm asking you. If you're waiting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come and mention your name and talk about you, you will wait forever. You will wait until you see Kwegumbo. Manamo Mazi Okpalaeze Chukwubikem Gano here. Now Wando Wakosu Edey Siki. Nihina on the Meabucha biti omegini on anu PDG. Umunem and making a work and making a man making a new one making a yenta. Everybody know any kirim nabania and Masunu Duchineke. Gadini make Bunde from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Bukande from IPOB Naya, Bundena Bomb Makamuro Mai, and Masi, Ufojifo, Kofala for Chugo Zone Nine. They won.